FIFA hosted its biggest World Cup ever. They are also failing the people they invited. 48 teams, 16 cities, 3 host countries, one massive problem. Getting into the United States has become its own knockout round, and not everyone is surviving it. Start with the referees. Omar Artan was supposed to make history, the first Somali official at a World Cup. He had a valid visa. He had full clearance from FIFA. He landed in Miami anyway and got turned away at the airport. The reason given was vetting concerns. No further explanation. He flew back to Istanbul the same day. In theory, a visa means you are allowed in. In practice, it apparently does not. Then there are the families. Cape Verde's goalkeeper made history with a stunning draw against Spain, his country's first ever World Cup appearance. His mother was supposed to be there. She was not. Visa complications kept her out, and he broke down in tears on the pitch after the game, celebrating a moment his own mother could not see in person. Here is where it gets interesting. FIFA promised smooth travel for players and immediate family. That promise did not survive contact with reality. World federations are getting caught in this too. Iran's team made it in, but several of their top officials, including the federation president, did not. Out of an entire delegation, only 4 people were allowed through. Iran was angry enough to boycott the official World Cup draw in protest. This is not a small diplomatic spat. This is a country pulling out of a FIFA ceremony because its own people could not get visas to attend. You know the type of policy that sounds fine on paper. The US carved out exceptions for athletes, coaches, and immediate relatives from countries on its travel restriction list. Sounds reasonable, except referees, support staff, journalists, and extended family are not always covered, and enforcement on the ground has been inconsistent at best. A journalist from one country gets in fine. A photographer from the same delegation gets rejected for, again, vetting concerns. Nobody seems to know exactly where the line is, including, it seems, the people enforcing it. FIFA's response to all of this has been remarkably consistent. They are not involved in immigration decisions. Host countries decide who gets in. That is technically true. It is also a convenient place to stand when you are the organization that promised the world's biggest, most inclusive tournament and then watched your own referees get denied entry to officiate it. Let that sink in. FIFA expanded this tournament specifically to be more global, more inclusive, more teams than ever before. 48 nations got the invitation. Not all of their people are actually able to walk through the door. Whether you like it or not, immigration policy is now part of the World Cup story, right alongside the football. So here is the uncomfortable question hanging over this entire tournament. What does it actually mean to host the World Cup if some of the people it belongs to cannot get into the country to watch it? FIFA says this is the greatest event humanity has ever seen. For a referee turned away in Miami, or a mother who watched her son's history from another country, that sentence probably does not land the same way. If you found this as wild as I did, subscribe, because this tournament is only getting started. You are welcome.